Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Official Hardcore and our Human Mage playthrough. Today we are doing it. Today we are making the run into the wetlands. And I figured I ought to record this because, you know, there is a decent chance that we get killed in the attempt. However, I feel like the risk is worth the reward, because if we can't get ourselves over to Darkshore, what I've learned is that in Classic Era, you just get behind the leveling curve. Unless you're willing to do hours and hours and hours of grinding, which I usually don't do in recorded series, then you're going to get behind the leveling curve. It's like, as soon as you, like right where we're at right now, like, the fact that we don't have any green quests, that's a problem. It doesn't seem like it's a problem, right? You think, well, you have two different places where you can do yellow quest, you should be fine. At the end of the day, you're not fine. I kind of learned this most recently on our season of Discovery Warrior. I didn't do as much zone hopping as I could have. I didn't go to Darkshore, and I ran out of quests to do. By level 25, we were basically out of even yellow quests were few and far between. And, you know, in Hardcore, I don't really want it to get to that point. On the season of Discovery Priest, I was able to do all of the starting zones. I even went into Teldrassil really early. Because, you know, dying didn't matter. Can't do that in Hardcore as easily, but we should be able to get ourselves over to Darkshore. And like I said, if we can't, then it's going to have serious ramifications for our leveling later on anyway. So yeah, that is the plan today. We have a little breadcrumb here. We'll drop this off to Stormpike, and then we'll get going. And, you know, maybe if we get lucky, we find some other people to run with. Maybe we'll bump into a higher level who's making the journey. I don't really know what's going to happen, but I know we do need to try.
What's on your mind?
Aha! So Grimman finally finished my axe? I can't wait to try it against some trogs and kobolds. Many thanks, adventurer. It was a long distance to travel for this delivery. Here are some coins for your efforts.
I did trade level 16. All we got at level 16, we got Flame Strike, we got Arcade Missiles rank 2, and we got Detect Magic. Nothing big for us until level 18. We get another rank of Fireball. Alright, here the danger begins. We've got this guy up on the hill, we've got this guy over to our left. Chances are we aggro the guy on the left. But I'm gonna cut this way just to try to see if that doesn't happen. Okay. Well, we got really lucky there, so that's the first bullet dodged. That being said, the alligators and spiders in the wetlands are going to be like level 21. So they're going to have a slightly bigger aggro radius than the orange level 19s. It would have been really nice to have Blink around this level. Blink, or even like something like Mana Shield could have been good. Let's take the shortcut down. And let's let the horror begin. If we're not already, we will stop and get all of our HP back before we head out. It looks like that's probably not going to make a big difference anyway if we start getting hit. Alright. Taking a look around. I don't trust the big tree right here. If I look off this way, I have a level 20 ooze. We've got some spiders over here close to the... I'm going to zoom out as far as I can. Normally I don't play like this. Right now it's going to be absolutely necessary. There's the corpse of another adventurer who tried to do the run just like we are doing the run. Can't tell what level they were, but they did not make it. The problem becomes when I can't see behind these trees. That becomes a problem. If I come up here, okay, there's nothing lurking behind the tree from this angle. A skull level orc is really scary. Here we go. Level 21 Crocolisk. This is our first super dangerous area right here between the orc and the crocs. Trying to check the graveyard. I don't feel like they're gonna put anything like directly by the graveyard. It's kind of frightening that I haven't seen a single other player. It's very lonely and scary here in the wetlands at level 16. Oh, there's a level 27. I really wish he were running the other way. That would be helpful to us. We've got our guy level 23 right over here. And another skull orc. Alright, here we go. How are we going to handle this? This just seems like a recipe for disaster. I don't know if I can stay far enough away from him to not aggro him. Maybe if I can stay on this hill, we might have it. Oh, look at that. Okay. Alright, that was danger number 2 conquered. We've got this guy right over here. Do I have anything on the left of the road? I don't see anything over here. So I'm gonna hang this way a little bit. I'm really worried about the tree and what might be hiding right behind the tree. Like this guy right here. We're very close. We're in the home stretch, but this is where it gets the most dangerous because there are often crocolisk planted right on the road. Another player that didn't make it. They got far. Well, they probably came from the other way. They're a night elf, so they were probably trying to get from the night elf lands into the human and dwarven lands. This is nice. See, someone's got an escort here. Someone's doing it the right way. Oh, thank you. That's crazy that look how much more HP it gave me. I have to fill this up. That was a high level fortitude right there. Oh, I don't want to jinx it yet, but guys... Oh no! Oh no! Okay, alright, we're gonna be fine. Oh, he resisted the freeze. Alright, let's stay calm. We have a potion. And we'll pop it when we get pretty low. We don't really have anything else we can do. We just oh, thank God. I was gonna say, we just have to make it to the guards. Let's pop the potion just to be safe. Whew, that was the croc I was talking about, the one who's just like so close to the road. Okay, guys, oh my gosh, we made it. Whew, okay, that's awesome. That puts us in a really good position. We're really well positioned now on this character to stay ahead of the leveling curve. We have a bunch of low-level stuff in Darkshore we can do. And yeah, it's awesome. Let's make sure that we also grab the flight point before we get on the boat. I'm really, really happy. I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to do it or not, but we did. It's going to be... I think it's going to be the first time that we've really been able to do this on a hardcore character. To get them ahead of the leveling curve like this. Kind of like my goal, similar to on the Season of Discovery Priest, is I don't want to go into Darkshore or Darkshire. I don't want to go into Duskwood at all until I'm level 25. Once I'm level 25, then I want to start doing Duskwood, but I don't want to have to do it before that. We're probably not going to make the boat, to be fair. Unless it literally just pulled up the moment I looked up and saw it. It's probably going to pull away, like, as soon as we get to it. We've learned a lesson about trying to jump onto the sides of moving boats. Hey, we might get really lucky. We're getting really lucky today.
In the aftermath of the battles at the Well of Eternity, I heard that Addon had been destroyed, its people dead, including my love, Anaya. I would never have thought, thousands of years later, that memories of Anaya would still haunt my dreams. Wandering the woods of Darkshore in a stupor, I found myself in the ruins of Addon, where I saw the haunted spirit of my beloved. She must be freed, but I lack the heart to do it. Her spirit must be destroyed.
Now we have the Buzzbox quest. I think the first couple are going to be a lower level.
Help me with my latest invention.
But we're going to grab them
Buzzbox.
anyway.
You can talk to people far away. Maybe you've already seen.
I hate gnomes, so we're not going to listen to the Buzzbox ones. I'm gonna take that one, and I'm gonna say no. I don't really feel like listening to the Buzzbox quest.
What can I... Hi there, I'm Gubba Blump. I love crab. Crabs are the fruit of the sea. You can bake it, barbecue it, boil it and broil it. They're pan-fried, deep-fried and stir-fried. There's crab salad, crab soup, crab stew, pepper crab, lemon crab, whipper-root crab and iron-forged surprise crab. That's about it. I'm here fishing right now, so I can't get any fine crab chunks. You can pick them out of reef crawlers and encrusted tide crawlers. You can make a lot with it. You can bake it, barbecue it, boil it. I love fishing. The Blump family is known for fishing. My name is Gubba Blump. I fish. There's a kind of fish I like to catch around these parts called darkshore grouper. I used to go out on a boat to fish for grouper, but no boats have been going out since them mean old Murlocs moved in. I bet they've been eating up all the grouper too. Say, you want to help me catch darkshore grouper? I'd give you a bona fide Blump family fishing pole if you did. It's a real good pole to catch fish with.
Alright, so the next Buzzbox is not gray. We kind of came here at the perfect level. Let's go through town and we'll just grab all the quests now.
May a loon walk with you, adventurer. The Temple of the Moon has come to help the troubled citizens of Oberdeen. Majestic sea creatures are known to launch themselves at the darkshore coastline, beached there until they die. Lately, these beasts have been washing ashore in ever-increasing numbers. I've been sent here by the Temple of the Moon to investigate, but the presence of Murlocs along the water has made my research difficult. There is a giant creature washed ashore just south of Aberdeen that is ringed by the foul grey mist Murlocs. Could you go there and retrieve bones from the creature for our study?
I am devising a potion that requires rare mushrooms that grow only in a certain cave. The cave lies behind Cliffspring Falls, to the east and slightly north along the mountains. I would go there myself, but I was advised by the Grove of the Ancients to stay away from that place. Our venerable allies sense that the cave is the hiding place for a new evil in Darkshore. Please, adventurer, gather the mushrooms for me. And while doing so, scout the cave to confirm the ancients' fears.
I am honored. Hostile moonkin roam in ever-increasing numbers to our east. They once were thought to be gentle, almost mystical creatures. While some continue to hold reverence for them, the safety of Aberdeen forces me to keep a more realistic view. I've received reports that moonkin are being drawn to a large red crystal along Darkshore's eastern mountain range. No one has any idea what that crystal is, or even if it really exists. I want you to locate it over there and report back to me what you find. Good luck, friend.
Greetings, person. I am Tharnarian Tree Tender.
I love it. Greetings, person. I love that.
A sickness spreads across the Darkshore, gripping the minds and bodies of all it touches. The thistlebears have been hit the hardest by this plague. The once noble beasts are now an instrument of destruction, rabid and frenzied. I may have a cure for this ailment. Take this trap to the forest and lay it on the ground. Any rabid thistlebear that crosses the light shall become docile for a short time. Once the bear is docile, it shall follow you. Lead it back here, adventurer.
May the stars guide you. I am
Adventurer, I've come to find out how rampant the effects of fell moss are throughout Darkshore. The corruption of Teldrassil and our surrounding lands really concerns the druids of the Cenarian Circle and all night elves. It is my goal to find out why this has happened and to put an end to it. Some of my brethren were rescued from a corrupt furbog in Teldrassil, and I've vowed to stop any more atrocities before more of our kind are injured, or worse. I've seen a couple hints of corruption in Darkshore already, but I have yet to find any widespread signs. I think it would be logical if the investigation continued with the Furbogs. Would you find one of their camps and return to me if you see any signs of corruption?
Hail, young person. I am Alyssa Starbreeze, and it is my charge to protect Aberdeen from harm. To this end, I sent Balthuel Shadowstrike to observe the strange happenings around the Tower of Althalax to the northeast. It is past time that he should have returned. I worry that he has encountered some unforeseen danger in the forest. I would be most appreciative if you would find him and see that he is doing well. Farewell.
I don't think we're going to do this one yet. I'm going to leave this one, and I'm going to leave this level 20 over here. We're not going to grab those. One of them is swimming with Murlocs. One of them happens way far to the south.
What? Hello, person. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Hello, person. That's how I'm going to greet people in real life from now on. Hello, person. How are you?
Do you smell that delicious aroma? It's my secret recipe, adventurer. Fresh strider stew. Delicious. Perhaps you would be interested in learning the recipe. Before I teach you the recipe, you will need to prove that you can handle the beasts. Now, I don't expect you to go out and tame one and ride it back to me, but if you can kill a few and bring back some of their succulent meat, I may be persuaded to show you the ways of strider stew.
Music seems a little too loud today, for some reason. You guys let me know about the sound. I had to play with some settings recently, and now all my sound settings are a little bit off, I feel like.
What brings you here? The ruins of bashal'aran to the east are overrun with demonic minions. The sprites and satyrs that have taken up residence in the area feed upon the magical energies of the area, their powers growing from continued exposure. Even with that, I have noticed that there is one shrine they will not approach. On the western side of the ruins, atop a small bluff, a strange blue aura permeates. There must be an explanation to the demon's reluctance. I would like you to investigate it. Adventurer, a task I would ask of you. Have you seen the ruins of Addon? If not, you will find them on the eastern side of the main road, some ways to the south. Once they were the home of many powerful highborn. Now they are a testament to the destruction their dabblings produced. I've been told by the sentinels that the spirits of the highborn persist, and that they wield their ancient magical implements. Those relics must be appropriated, so that we might destroy them. Good luck, friend.
Alright, that seems like everything for now. I think the first thing we're going to do, we're going to head out into the water, I think. No, let's go get the sea creature bones first. And then we'll pick up the second sea creature, which will be out in the water, and we'll grab the thresher eyes at the same time.
What brings you here? May the stars guide you.
I hope the Murloc did not give you much trouble in collecting this for us. I will be sure to get this on the next hippogriff to Darnassus. The Temple of the Moon has given me some funds to hand out for assistance. Please have some with our thanks. Your success here emboldens me to offer you a chance to aid the Temple of the Moon further, if you are interested. That beached creature is not an isolated incident here in Darkshore. There are more along the coastline and even in the water. I would like for you to investigate another one that we know of. This one was reported to be in the water due west of Oberdeen, close to a sunken vessel. Return to me with anything that you may recover that would aid our research. Also, in your travels you may find other creatures. By all means, if you should discover anything, then please bring it to our attention.
Not a lot of Threshadons swimming around today. Maybe somebody has recently cleared them. Usually there are more. There we go. That's 3 out of 3. Let's see. If we cut into the land here, we can head over to bashal'aran. And we should be able to knock out those quests. On the way, we can keep our eyes open for any striders. The striders have a really low drop rate for the meat. So we'll probably be working on that one for a while. But we'll grab any ones that we see.
To what could I possibly owe the exceedingly special honor of a person such as yourself as company? Truly it says much of my current companions, with no offense to my hosts, the noble Grells and Satyrs, that your presence could be considered an improvement, but please do not let my uncivil tongue drive you from the place. It has indeed been many years, decades even, since I had civil accompaniment. If I were to relate the story of my life, I have no doubt it would surpass the limits of your patience. Let us say that mine has been a long and painful life, and this spectral form is perhaps the worst torment of all. I am held here by the means of magic. Though my words may seem disingenuous, I assure you I would be grateful beyond words if you would help me find the means of my imprisonment. A seal binds me, and by examining the earpieces of the sprites and grells, I may find a trace of it.
Well, we are out of mana. It's been a while since we run out of mana. We've been doing pretty good to be conservative. I've been hurling a lot of fireballs, though, so let's make some water. And we'll drink. Alright, the quest is done, but our inventory is full, so we'll turn this one in. I think there's one follow-up we have to do. So we'll stick out here for the follow-up, even though we have a full inventory. We could open up all of these small barnacled clams. That could really help out the inventory problem. There we go. Inventory problem temporarily resolved.
Indeed. The Grells of bashal'aran do not possess that which I am searching. However, they have come into contact with it recently. I would reckon that by your time, not mine. Recent for me stretches into the veil of the past, almost another age. If the Grells have come into close contact with the seal that binds my eternal prison, I suspect I know the cause. No doubt the seal has come into the possession of the satyr that lead them. I feel strongly that this must be true, adventurer. One of the satyr must surely possess it. If you can obtain it, you would bring me so close to passing the bars of my prison that tears would come to my eyes.
Alright, apparently there are just no satyr up right now. Most likely someone's working on the same exact quest that we are. Yeah, I've never seen it like this where it just isn't really spawning any satyr in. Usually there are a handful of them. This time, not so much. It's funny, when we didn't need them, they were all over the place, and then as soon as we need them, they're just not spawning in. We could probably capture a rabid thistlebear while we're out this way. I saw one way out in the distance. We have a rare spawn here I don't mind killing. Lots and lots of warrior gear dropping. Now our inventory is full, which is great. We love to have a full inventory. Getting into level 16 Striders now, we don't really need to push ourselves that much. We'll take out this level 14, then we'll circle back, and you know, maybe one day they'll spawn a couple satyrs in so that we can do the quest. Maybe, if we're really lucky. Well, I mean, we can't win. Now that it's spawning them in, it just isn't dropping the item. I don't know why I find this quest so tedious. This is like one of the few quests that actually, like, after a while, this quest starts to get on my nerves. Not really sure why. Maybe I'm just not a fan of Wild Grell. We did level up. Let's go ahead and have a look here. We'll finish off Improved Fireball, and after that, I don't really care about the range. I think I'm going to go with Ignite. Critical strikes from fired spells cause the target to burn for additional 8% of your spell's damage. Oh, there we go. All I had to do was complain about how tedious the quest was.
It is hard for me to even believe that what I hold now is that which has held me for so long. Let us waste no time, adventurer. When the seal is destroyed, I might walk the forests of the earth freely again. It was the craft of one of the most powerful of the Highborn that created the seal that formed my prison. In Addon, the ruins to the south that are twin to these, persists even today an ancient flame, blue in color. In this flame, this seal could be destroyed. Be wary in the ruins, adventurer.
Elune be with you.
Our work has only just begun, adventurer. Are you prepared for your next task? As I had feared, the cure does not work. It saddens me greatly to order the death of any of nature's beasts, but the sick and tainted thistle bears must be put down. Return to the forest and destroy 20 rabid thistle bears, adventurer. It will most certainly not put a stop to the plague, but it will slow down the damage the animals are doing to our forest and its inhabitants for a short time.
Asha Fela.
You've been a tremendous help here today. We now have a solid chance at unlocking the mystery of why these creatures choose to beach themselves on the coast of Darkshore. The idea that they might be fleeing the area around Teldrassil is disturbing. Should you come across others in your travels, please let me know. Our research here is but in its infancy. On behalf of the Temple of the Moon, please accept this as thanks for the effort you have given. Thank you, adventurer.
Alright guys, we are going to take a break right here for today. When we come back, we will finish up all of the green stuff here in Darkshore. Thank you guys very much for joining me. I really do appreciate the support on the series. If you're digging the content, leaving a like, subbing to the channel helps me out a lot, and I appreciate those that do. Until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other, and we'll see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.